When I was a kid, we always did cherry pie from our sour cherries that grew on our tree. But I found as an adult, I actually really appreciate a sweet cherry pie. So that's what I'm making today is sweet cherry pie filling. And I'll start out by preparing 4.5 pounds worth of cherries. I first destem them so that they'll go through my pitter. Then I wash them to remove any residual pesticide that's on them. Then I pit them. And I always double check when I pit them because I don't want to risk having any of those pits go through. And just occasionally with the pitter, it'll still miss one. I begin by making the syrup, and I do that by adding 2 cups of sugar to my pot, 6 tablespoons of clear gel. That's a modified cornstarch that you can actually use in canning. If you used regular cornstarch, what it would do is just expand too much. It doesn't work well with canning. And then 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And I'll mix my dry ingredients first, which is really important because if I was to add water right to it, it would hit that clear gel and everything would just clump up. So dispersing it in the sugar, it just makes a big difference. And I like the cinnamon too because it's a good visual cue on if you've done a good job of mixing. Now I'll add 1.5 cups of cold water. Now I'll place this on the stove and heat it until it starts to bubble. So now that my filling has thickened up quite a bit and it's giving me the occasional little bubble, I'll add in 1/2 cup of lemon juice. And then I'll stir that in. You can see how it makes it nice and smooth once again. And then I'll let that cook for 1 minute. Now I'll add my cherries. I'll mix them in with that syrup, just kind of folding them in, and I'll let them cook for 3 minutes. Then I'll add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I don't want to add that in while it's cooking or beforehand because otherwise the heat would cook off a lot of that vanilla flavor. Now I'll fill up my pint-sized jars to 1 inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. It's a little bit difficult with something that's this thick to get that headspace perfect the first time. So a lot of times I just get it within range and then I'll fine tune it later. Now I'll use a wooden chopstick to debubble my jars. This is just so if there's any trapped air in there, it will release it. I usually go along the outside edge, maybe 1 time in the middle or so. I don't want to use metal for this because if I did, then I could scratch my jars. So this is when I do the fine tuning, and I'll just use a regular spoon and move cherries from the jars that have too much to the jars that don't have enough. I'll then use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the rim of my jars. This is just so that if anything got on the edge, it won't interfere with the seal. Then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. You might have noticed that mine has a blue seal. That's because I'm using the Superb lids. They're an American-made company, and I really like them. They have good quality. The seal is super squishy, which I really like, and the coating on there just seems so much more durable. Their lids can seal up to 36 months as opposed to the regular ball lids, which only go up to 18 months. So I feel like that alone would make it so much more worth buying these ones instead. In fact, I have a link and a 20% off discount code in my description below. I'll place these in my boiling water bath so that they're submerged by 1 to 2 inches of water. Then I'll process them for 25 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll go for 30. But I won't start my timer until after it starts to boil. Now that the time has elapsed, I'll turn off the heat, remove the lid, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I place my jars on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool quickly. I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I know they have a good seal if the center of the lid has depressed down. If it has, I'll remove the ring, wash them with hot soapy water, and then place them in a cool, dry, dark location like my pantry and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. If for some reason I have any that don't seal, I'll place those in the refrigerator and use them right away. I did set aside 1 cherry so that I could taste test this one. You can taste both the cinnamon and the vanilla as well as, of course, the cherry flavor. The syrup is very smooth, which I really like. This is great to eat, of course, in a pie. You could do it on ice cream. You could do it in a fruit crisp. You could also do, pancakes or waffles. Really good though.